Okay, good morning. There we go. Good morning, everybody. That was the sync. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's see. We got market open right there. Going to get some volatility in there. I was hoping we could pull back before we continue this trend higher, but it doesn't look that way. It does look like the market might want to continue here. Going to be a little patient. I'm looking to the left. I don't see that many zones. Right, so we had the sell side liquidity here swept. This was a strong level on Bookmap yesterday. This 55.48. 55.48 right up here. So we're going to see if we want to react to that level again. Why? Wait. Oh, okay. Probably ES. ES has sort of been the main squeeze lately. But we'll see. We'll have to see. Definitely have to see. Gonna look out for the highs on ES, look out for the highs on NQ, look for any type of divergence. Get rid of this optimal trade entry. I think we have divergence right here. CES took out that 30-minute right here, the high. NQ failed that high. So we might pull back here a bit, but let's see. Good morning, YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll keep things smooth and rolling for right now. Obviously, we do have that rejection on NASDAQ. I was just looking at that divergence. Was looking to trade some shorts on NQ. Stop loss would be this recent high. Would target the fair value gap. That's about a 2-to-1. Not the best risk to reward. Definitely could be a bit better. Would probably take micros short on this because of the volatility. I'd have to see. VIX is pushing higher. Nvidia's weak. Looks good for bears. Let's see if we can get a pullback on NASDAQ to take a short. Yes, pretty weak too. And Q could pop here for a second. But the bears feel like they might want it. We're at this area of interest. This was a broken 30-minute demand supply zone. Wasn't the strongest supply zone, but if we're looking to go bullish here, we do have to be a bit careful on that. Because now we just tapped that zone, and I don't want to be trying to go short into a potential AOI area of interest. Right? Like, what if we were looking for longs there instead? Gotta be patient. Areas I'm watching today, guys, we'll mark those out real quick. This 90-minute supply zone, I called that out in the Discord the other day in the watch list tab. We rejected it perfectly, so I'm going to look to see if we could come back up there again on NQ and reject it again. So I'm going to watch the 15 minutes, see how the 15-minute wants to form. I'm not really looking for any shorts as of right now. Just being patient. Not 18, 930, 275, pretty strong, 930. We'll see how we react up there. Right here, 932. And we'll consider taking a short. Gotta be careful though. Look how strong ES is on the 5-minute, right? Look at that big pump on ES. But sellers are still trying on NQ. So I'm going to be patient here. Nvidia is trying to push lower. VIX is trying to push higher though. So we'll be patient. That was the 5-minute close right there. So I'm going to be patient because we wicked off of that area of interest. Maybe I'll see how we react to it again. Good buying pressure on ES right there. Real good. We're now near this high right here. NQ is not near that high. So ES took this high out. NQ has not taken this high out. So as much And it's still sort of divergent as of recently right here too. NQ is not making a new high just yet. Some selling pressure coming into ES, some icebergs into NQ. I mean, like, I'd consider a short here, but I'd really want to see NVIDIA drop too. Alright, we'll take that short. That looks pretty strong to the downside for the moment. I'm in a couple micros. We'll try to scalp this short, see if bears want to take over on NQ. Only thing is ES has been much stronger. Don't really want to counter trend that. Plus, we just came off of that area of interest, so. I have to figure out my volume issue. Like, why it doesn't give me a noise when I get into a position. I don't know. We'll figure that out another time. Here we go. Give us that NASDAQ rejection. Nice, 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 nice. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to get out right there just to play it safe. So we just scalped some NQ shorts. I took some micros on that. I wanted to go very light in size. NQ's been very volatile lately. So it's always important as traders to know ourselves and know when to size down. So that was pretty clean, right? I got out right here, 72. It just dropped another 20 points in a minute. So that's where I mentioned the volatility coming in. I don't want to be in if I see my gains are at a specific gain that I have either set or something that I'm looking for, I'm not going to hold longer in anticipation of it to continue if I'm either at my take profit, at some type of target, because that 20-point move 10 seconds after, that could have gone against me. And I don't want to be holding a trade that's going against me if I'm already at a potential take profit. We have a smidge of divergence. Let's see. Nope, that's not the right tool. Yeah. Yeah, we're probably going to hit OTE on NQ. The question is, we don't really have... I guess this could be a potential entry on NQ right here. We'll make that green. So that's potential long entry on NQ right there if we wanted to hold it because of that optimal trade entry. But listen to that ticking. Listen to that selling. Very strong selling right there. But these icebergs still trying to hold it up. Still trying to hold it up. Look at the icebergs on ES up here. These were very, very big sell orders. 55.30 would have been a nice... See, that 20 points on ES is way better than 20 points on NQ. Obviously. Especially because, look, we would have been able to grab some shorts 55.30, maybe had a 2-3 point stop loss and had a 10-point target, you know, really getting a nice risk to reward on that. Can I make this a little less clear? And we'll see how we react to this zone. We could dive right through it. I'm not entering as soon as we hit the zone. No way. I want to see how we react to the zone first. This is still the first 5-minute candle. Is this the first 5-minute? No, this is the second 5-minute candle of the day. So, look at the selling on NQ. I'm not jumping into longs with that type of selling. We could have held these shorts, right? But coulda, woulda, shoulda. Can't go off of coulda, woulda, shoulda. I like the reaction to this zone so far. My biggest issues, yeah, it's still got some downside to go. 18,800 key psych level, 18,800 right here, very strong level. Right there, make that purple so we know. The key psychological level. See how we react to it. Coming into it, some nice selling pressure. Good volume. Let's take a look at our volume on the candles as well. How's that 5 minute? Look at that 5. Might want to go sweep that 78%. Maybe it wants to take out this low in demand, right? That's what I'm sort of thinking right now. That we might want to take out this... NQ might want to take out that low and then push up. But right now, if we could hold that zone, or we'll see. We'll see. We're being crazy patient right now. We took one scalp short. 1 for 1 today so far. Small move, small gain. Coulda held, coulda, woulda, shoulda, as y'all hear me say. I'd consider longs if we could flip here and start to push back above this zone. It's the only way I'm taking any longs right now. Morning, YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure if you guys run that like button up, we'll make sure to keep skipping those ads for you. So I'm taking a look here. ES, NQ, anything strong coming in. Some buying pressure is coming in at the moment. I don't want to be the first to jump in, right? We're pulling back right now. That doesn't mean we're reversing just yet. So I'm going to be patient for this setup right here. And the setup might hit soon, so we're going to wait and see. How's that 5 looking? Yeah, so I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to go long NQ. Stop loss is going to be, we're going to take micros again on this. We're going to go for new high a day on this run. Bears could still be in play, so go very light in size on this. I'm entering this in the anticipation of the 5 minute to close as some type of reversal candle or to push higher on this 5. We just have to really be careful because at this point, we're creating this inverse fair value gap. We got all those BS inverse fair value gap traders coming out of the works for it. So we're in these longs. We're looking for highs. I want to see NVIDIA try to hold. NVIDIA is trying to hold at the moment. There we go. So again, this trade was an optimal trade entry along with this order block. Very good stuff so far. Good volume coming into it. Like to see that. I want to see us reverse here so we could trap those sellers. Our target is going to be a new high of day. And if we start to fail, because NASDAQ has been a bit weaker, then I will look to exit somewhere maybe this fair value gap right here. Very good. Good run so far, guys. That's awesome. That is awesome. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's look at the 15. Let's look at the 5. Great 5 minute, 15 minute candle closes in a minute and a half, minute 20 seconds. Really good 5 minute right there. Love to see that. Good buying pressure, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. Great. 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 I'm in 2 micro NQs right now. I'm taking it slow and steady. We're looking for new high right now. We're looking for a 3-to-1 risk to reward on this. Nice. Look at this buying pressure. Very healthy buying pressure. 18,900 is next target. Guys, we might take this from 18,800 to 18,900. Oh, we definitely are taking it. Oh, 18... Alright, 18,817 was my entry. 18,972 is my target. That's 153 points on the NASDAQ. So we'll be patient here. Some pullback, that's okay. Looking at the 5 minute chart, 18 seconds left. Want to see another strong impulse move here higher. I don't want to see us pull lower. Going to give me a little bit of, I don't want to say discomfort in this long trade. Because we still got the 30 minutes to close in 15 minutes. So we're staying bullish. We're staying in these. Only problem was NASDAQ was a little bit weaker as we saw. So if we get some good buying pressure, clear this 18,870 level, that would be phenomenal. Stop loss, what's this? 792. Well, I'm not going 9. Oh, yeah, I go 9.2 on the stop loss. That's fine with me. That is a-okay with me. because of that iceberg. So I'm moving my stop loss to where that iceberg is, because I'm assuming those icebergs, they're already in their positions and they're trying to keep themselves in the green. If they fail, then I'll be out of the trade too, and that's just the way I see it. Only potential issue would be this 5 minute fair value gap we just created, but I'm not too concerned. Strong selling 18,870. Really want to see a big move to blow through that. Nvidia looks good. Tesla looks good. Meta's pulling back right now. We're gonna feel that. Yep. Oof. No good. No good. I gotta get the weighted index up here somewhere. Still got a little faith in this. Gonna be patient right now. We're in some NQ longs, some micros, some MNQ longs, I should say. There we go. Beautiful buyback from that tip. Beautiful buyback from that tip. Please don't stop the music, music. I wanna take you away. Go NASDAQ, yeah. Come on, let's inverse this fair value gap too. Let's just trap everybody. Yeah, forget those ICT traders. Let's go. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's see, I really want to push above the 1870. They're starting to get lighter on the... There we go. Beautiful, guys. Awesome. Great. Huge. Huge. Huge stuff. Huge. Great trade so far. Great trades. 2 for 2 today. 2 for 2 so far. But that's if we were to close it here. We still haven't closed this long position. We're hitting this 5-minute fair value gap. We are coming into some resistance. I'm most likely going to play it safe. Yeah, I'm probably going to play it safe. I don't like... We'll see how this 1 minute closes. I don't like that it was an inverse hanging man on this 1 minute. But if we want to continue here, we'd definitely trap a lot of sellers. And you always want to know where the most pain is in the market. Wherever there's the most pain, the market will like to go to. We get quant data up for us. A second left. I'm not the biggest fan of that 1 minute, but I also don't want to... Yeah, ooh, gross. All right, let's see if we get a pop, and we'll probably try to get out of there for a quick scalp. Crude oil's pumping. Yes, also a bit of resistance up here. So yeah, again, I'm going to try to get out of these contracts. See if we get a little bit of a pop here. Nvidia's trying to push higher. Microsoft's trying to push higher. Meta's trying to push lower, though. So if Meta could turn it around here, we could probably push higher. VIX is trying to push lower. I'm going to be a bit patient on this still. I'm just going to be patient on it. We're chopping, though. And that tells me that buyers are getting weak. But sellers are out. There it is. Yep. Let's see. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. Wait for the reaction. Let the candles close. Whatever your rules are. Yeah, look at that. 5 minute is no good rejecting that fair value gap. So I'm probably going to look to see if we get into that fair value gap one more time to exit my long. Or we could just come right back to my entry too. That's cool too. Now we're staying and we're waiting. We're waiting. 43 seconds left. I sort of do want to be a bit more patient on this. See if we can let it play out. 30 minute. I want that 30 minute to go bullish. But this 5 is not looking good right now. We hit that 5 minute fair value gap. We rejected it on NQ. NQ was much weaker. Had the divergence. Gotta remember just when to scalp, when to let it ride, when to go for a new high a day, when to go to the next imbalance, right? The next fair value gap would have been a better target so far, but it really would have only given us about a 2-to-1. But it doesn't really matter if it gives us a 2-to-1 or not. We have to listen to the market and the internals of the market, really. Everything's a bit more bullish at the moment, market sentiment-wise. Nope. Nope. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Nope. Everything's more bearish, I should say. Just looking at what's it called? Give me a push higher here. We'll try to get out in some profit. Might even reverse this. I'd like that 30 to push higher and give us a basing candle, but we would really need to push above this fair value gap 18,850, and it doesn't look good right now for our longs. Stop loss is 18,794. 18,794. That's right with this that what's it called? Yeah, this thing's gonna go run to our stop. Look at this buyer's trying to hold it up though. It's trying to push lower. Selling pressure's trying. It's just having a tough time. Tells me buyers are trying to absorb it. Nope, they're the sellers. At some point, sellers are gonna break it right through. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh. Staying in it. Staying patient. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna respect my stop loss, and that's all we can do. As traders, all we can do is have our entry, respect our stop loss, respect our take profit. Yeah. I'm gonna get out right there. I'm gonna get out right there. Close that out for a quick little loss. It's at 1 for 2 for today. Small loss on that, very small loss. Might end up getting back in if it holds. ES is at this area of interest too right now, but bears were pretty strong on that drop. This iceberg, this is where my original stop was, so let's see. Part of me wants to get back in this. Another part of me is like, nah, we're too weak. Too weak. Equities are weak. That was a good exit. It was a really good exit. Not a really good exit. A really good exit would have been getting out at that fair value gap, but you can't really hold ourselves like that, you know? We'll give it another shot. I'm giving longs another go there. Sellers are failing to bring us lower, and that again is giving me confidence, but buyers are keep failing to bring us higher. Just a very indecisive market at the moment. I'm back in NQ longs though. I should have maybe waited if we wanted to create divergence or something. It's a 5-minute look. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I might get out of this for a scalp. Yeah, let's see. Nope. Heavier selling than buying right now. Yeah, let's see. It's like the sellers keep trying to step in, but they keep failing, which again is making me more bullish. But it's hard to really determine when that bullish is going to flip, right? We don't know when the market wants to reverse. We don't know if we're right that the market is going to reverse. NQ's probably going to stop me out again. We're going to be a little patient here. Yeah, alright. Stopped out of NQ right there. NQ, I almost want to scalp it short at this point. It's clearly weaker. But now, I mean, we clearly missed our entry short. Now we have to be patient. Let the 30-minute close. 5 minutes for the 30-minute to close. 15 closes soon. So 15 looks bearish on ES. Maybe we'll create a 5-minute fair value gap here on ES and we'll take that short. But right now, if I'm using quant data too, net drift, SPY, net premium, look at that. It's trying to cross over to go bullish. It is trying, but market's failing. Market does not like that right there. Let's see, ES. Let's try to find some ES entries. I like that sell right there. I'm getting ready to short ES here. I just need to see some good selling. Buying icebergs are trying to step in. Selling icebergs are trying to step in. We're going to take ES short there. Do have to be a bit careful with it. Stop loss is up here. I'm looking for trend continuation on ESNQ to push back lower. In a video with some strength. I don't see any reason, I don't see any area of support right here to hold us up to reverse us here, so I'm not too worried about these shorts, but we do have this iceberg order sitting here at 5,500 on ES key psych level. So hopefully buyers don't want to try to hold us above that. Hopefully we could sweep that. Strong selling. I want to see strong selling. Nvidia weak. Amazon selling off. Apple's weak. Microsoft selling off. Almost want to add to this short right here. We might continue. I like that. We're squeezing on this iceberg right here. So we're either gonna pop or we're gonna drop, but getting very tight with the price action. Almost want to exit to lock in gains in case we want to hold. But I really would prefer to wait. Yeah. Sellers are absorbing, right? Buyers are absorbing these. Sellers are absorbing these buyers that keep trying to come up here. So I'm just waiting for this iceberg to drop, and it really should. Unfortunately, if it doesn't, here would be a great place to go along with like a 2-point stop loss. But I'm not fighting the trend like that. These buyers aren't giving it up though, this level. That's crazy. Nice, nice. Give me that drop, baby. Give me that drop. Weighted index, not the weighted index. Icebergs again trying to hold up. We're not really getting market pulse selling volume. I'm going to look to maybe get out of these shorts. I don't like them. Yeah, I'm all out of those shorts right there. The reason I'm out is because we're trying to hold that level. Look at these buyers trying to step in. I'll get back in if we break it. We're going to break it. We started to break it. Not a fan of that. It's a strong buy. All right, we'll try that. We'll try that for a scalp. If it doesn't give us that momentum, we're right out. Nice. And right out. In and out. In and out. Pop, pop, pop. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Make it right back in. Just gotta be a bit better. You know what it is, guys? When we journal our trades, we have to not only just journal the trades we take, we have to journal trades that we missed. We have to journal things that we could have done a little bit differently, right? We have to journal what we saw, what we were looking at, why we executed, where we executed. Nice drop, man. Oh, man. Obviously, you know, me personally, right? I would say, obviously, got out of these too soon. We were trying to counter trend trade NQ. We did catch this bottom over here and it started to pull back. We could have scalped it, but I was looking for a new high. But I should have been more aware towards the daily time frame. The daily time frame has been much weaker, and that should have been my trend, right? So we're just going to keep an eye on that and continue. Now we do have divergence. NQ is taking out a low. This is what I mentioned earlier too. So we want to look out for that low. We want to look out for pre-market low on NQ2. These are very strong levels because guess what? ES is nowhere near those lows. What's crude doing? Hey crude, how's it going? Oh, yo, I almost took crude off of that buy side liquidity. It was an old level. That wouldn't have been good. Alright, let's see. ES, NQ. Let me know what you guys are looking at. So NQ took out that sell side. See if we want to reverse there with that divergence. Is this the 5-minute fair value gap on ES? Oh my god, it is. ES was stronger, guys. If bulls take over at any point, it would probably be now. Optimal trade entry there. Yeah, we're going to try some NQ, ES longs there, I should say. See if we come back into it. Look at the buyers. So I have my limit order right there to go long ES. Ooh, it ticked it. It was a tick away from filling my order. I'm going to move my position up a little bit. Okay, we're in long ES. Stop loss is at the low of this fair value gap. There's a chance we don't continue. There's a chance we reverse. There's a chance we don't. Just size appropriately. And trade accordingly. I want to see strong buying. What's that? Yeah. Yeah, I really want to see NASDAQ push up here too, and ES, but they're just weak. Don't want to be jumping into a fair value gap just because we got it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Big spike on calls. Big drop on calls. Look at this. They sold calls like crazy. That's super bearish. That's crazy bearish. I'm moving my stop loss up a little bit in case we get a crazy drop. Yeah, that's not good on heat map. I mean, quant data, I should say. So we're gonna wait, see if that wants to get reversed, right? See if people are selling those calls and the market reacts positively to that, or if it reacts negatively to that. Obviously, you would think people are bearish because of that sentiment, but we have to remember the market likes liquidity and it loves options liquidity. I'll tell you that. Yeah. I might scalp this. I don't know. We're gonna see. We'll wait on the 5-minute maybe. Minute left in the 5-minute. I like that NASDAQ rejection. Maybe I'll move my stop loss to the low of that candle just in case. I don't know. I gotta see. I like that. I want to see buyers step in. I really do. This was a strong volume candle into this fair value gap, but these sellers, man. Damn, those sellers, man. I should have saw that spike and said, let me get out of this just in case. But I'm still curious on the reaction to that. But, ooh, there's the reaction to that. 20 seconds left. I want this iceberg to hold up. If not, I'm out of this long. Could create divergence, but I'd rather just be out of this trade than hold it too long. We got any news? Alright. I mean, I really want to see 55.11. 55.11 looks strong on heat map right now, and that would bring us pretty high up. 55.11 right up here. To this fair value gap it would bring us. But it's just bears keep stepping in, buyers keep trying to hold this level, and Q now looks stronger than ES. So it's like, come on now. Yeah, we're probably gonna get stopped out of this. We're gonna be patient though. VIX is pushing higher, which is bearish. That almost stopped me. I'm moving my stop down a little bit. A little bit. Oh, stopped out. Boo. Ah, I really shouldn't have stopped out of that. Alright. I feel like I shouldn't have stopped out of that. Nah, we're alright. We're alright. Maybe NQ shorts. See bookmap NQ. Heat map. I relied too much on those icebergs with heat map and bookmap, so we'll see. NQ feels short, obviously, but so does everything at the moment. There we go, NQ. Nah, keep dropping. You're ticking away. Keep dropping. Don't chop. That's the problem, man. That's the problem. Choppy, choppy. But it's not even. Just give me that move. Ooh. Oh, we got divergence on NQ too. NQ didn't make a new low. ES did make a new low. Yeah, let's not and say we did. Let's not be short right now. Let's see. Yeah. Guys, give me a half a second. I just gotta go run and take care of something. Um, damn, dude. Choppy day, man. Should have called it after those first two trades, to be honest. I gotta really start turning my trades more into scalps in this type of market. Give me a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. It's only 10:08. You know, market's still just sort of finding its bearings. Looking at the higher time frames are much bearish right now. And Q had that divergence. It's just very choppy, as we see. Thinking of grabbing some NQ longs here. But I'm not going to. Amazon selling off, Meta selling off. Weighted index is weak. Yeah, I'm leaning short too. The only thing is the divergence, but I don't know, we'll see. 5 minute, 15 minute. 5 minute, there's that 5 minute. Let's see if we get a nice short entry on the 5. Take out this high maybe or something. And then reverse. I'll take some shorts. Too short, baby. Too short, baby. I'm so hard. Pimping these blank down the boulevard. Let's see. Yes, some absorption. NQ looks good on the 5 to drop, so I sort of want to grab some NQ. Shorts. Let's give that a shot. NQ shorts. Nice. Nice. Sweet. Good drop. Good drop. It's still not making lows, so I'm probably going to look to scalp this. Give me one more drop and I'm going to be all out. If it wants to go break the lows, I'll hold it. There we go. I'll move my my exit down a bit. Oh, nope. All out. Exit. 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 I'm all out right there. I'm not risking that. You know what it is? My scalps, I could scalp the momentum. I could look at the 5 minute and say when it's going to flip, when it's going to move one direction, the other direction. But when I'm coming to my areas of interest lately, I'll look for the big play. And a lot of the traders in the community here in Discord know that I will go for like a nice 5 to 1, 4 to 1, a good setup. And they do hit a good amount of times, at least twice a week, at least. I know that. But the thing is, you know, sometimes these 4 to 1, 5 to 1, like we saw in ES over here or NQ right here, this should have been a scalp because NQ was weaker. But I didn't scalp it. It's okay. I just got to take note of that and say, okay, next time I will scalp it. Again, also NQ continued lower just now. I got out right here thinking we might not break that low. We still haven't broken that low. We're hitting the 78% on ES. ES is getting weak. Sellers look good. I might want to scalp ES short here. But it's like ES might also be at support, so I don't want to try to jump in a short. There we go. Nice. Give me something. Give me something. I am in a short right now. I'm not that confident in it because we're failing to break below. There's a break. Give me a move. It's just failing to continue, I feel. But I feel like I've said that this whole drop, so not 100% just yet. I liked the selling pressure. That's what I liked. But now we're pulling back a bit. Market's got to pull back a bit. Yeah, and it's like we want to get in trades and we don't want the trade to pull back on us immediately. If the trade pulls back on you immediately, you most likely chased into that. Which is exactly what I did. I'll always be the first to admit I love being transparent. If you're transparent with your trading with other people, let alone yourself, then you'll be able to properly do better in trading. Nvidia's trying to find some support down here too. Yeah, ooh, is that a pop? Saw that coming. Said Nvidia found support. Market said, you're right, let's go. Alright, being patient on that again. That's ridiculous. Fuck. Let's see. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Yo, ES, what's the move? You tell me. Come down into this this iceberg. Tell me, we buying or are we selling? $15 bearish. 5 minutes bearish. 5 minutes sort of could pull back. That's the only thing, but Good selling again. Good selling again. Let's see. How's the 5 minute look again? It's like, I don't want to short here. You short here, and this thing wants to wick again. You're going to be like, why the hell did I just short there? You don't short here and it drops, and be like, why didn't I short there? I guess you know what it is. I really got to be better with myself. This was a high right here. This was a supply zone. We wicked it and then we reversed. I really got to be looking for those highs to break, those supply demand zones to break. That's what my main focus should be. A lot of these ICT concepts are just complete garbage. And it's just things that you see in the market all the time. A fair value gap. You're going to see that if we're having a trend day, you're going to see a fair value gap everywhere. It's just, I don't know, man. Yes, looks good to continue. I'm not jumping in yet. And because you know what it is too, NQ's at demand now. So it's like, we really gonna drop? Are you sure? But then the selling pressure looks good. You might want to try to scalp it again. Nice, 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 nice. Just one more crazy move. Just one crazy move. I'll call it a day. We'll have a good weekend. Okay, it started to, and then it said just kidding. $25 in this 1 minute. Looks good if Bears want to continue on this one, but gotta be really patient on that. Nasdaq's trying to find some support again. I hate when Nasdaq finds support. What are we in therapy? Yo, NQ, drop, baby. Drop. Just drop. Just drop. Mean business. You're welcome. Anytime. Anytime you want to learn trading, laugh a little bit, that's what I'm here for. Both of those things, bread and butter. Alright, I'm out of that short for a quick scalp again. I'm calling it a day there on that trade. It's been a very wonky day. You know, we tried to take those shorts. We tried to take those longs NQ. We rejected that fair value gap that formed on that broken supply. So again, it's just, and I like sharing this because I feel like if I'm sharing it and growing myself as a trader, then I know some of you guys are also going to be absorbing that knowledge and growing as a trader as well. So something I noticed is I do a lot better if I'm primarily focused on the 5-minute chart, right? And something else I noticed, right? We tried to hold this long on NQ, but we had divergence, and I saw that, and I was still trying to fight against that. Now, the entry was golden. It had a nice, strong move. However, it should have been a scalp. It ended up being a very small loss because I moved my stop loss up, but it could have and should have been a scalp. This is, here, I'll show you. This was the fair value gap that formed right here. So this fair value gap formed on this broken 30-minute supply zone, right? So this is an area of interest instantly. So guys, to break down my strategy, my trading style real quick, primarily we are trading supply and demand. Supply and demand is the backbone of how I read the market, of where I take note of where buyers and sellers are. From supply and demand, and I'll only go as low as a 15-minute supply or demand zone. Usually those are pretty recent. From those supply and demand zones, I'll break it down a little further. I'll go into what was yesterday doing. Where is previous day high, previous day low? How did last week trend? Is it Friday? How have the past few days been trend-wise? What have we been doing? What did we do yesterday? It's so important to ask yourself, what did we do yesterday and where did we react yesterday? Because there's a good chance we'll get that reaction in the same area. Look at this, same area, same area. That's a nice drop there on NQ, ES. NQ didn't have much of an area. NQ made lower highs, while ES came up to this area of interest, swept it, and dropped. So we're still potentially looking for bears. We're just not going to. Yes, yo, yeah, absolutely. Somebody made a great point. I'm taking more trades than usual. That's absolutely right. So the thing with that is, yeah, sometimes you gotta adjust your trading, adjust your style. Obviously, I would prefer, and I'm sure most of you too would prefer to only take a max 1 to 2 trades a day and just, call it a day. But sometimes, and I know that first trade we took was a winner, but it was like a very small winner. And then the second trade, again, that was a small loss. And then we took like 2 small losses, and then we took one bigger win. So I'm a little red on the day. I think we're like 2 for 5 on that matter. And you see how that happens? See how I go from being one for two and a little break even to trading a bit more, trading a bit more, trading a bit more, losing 2 more, winning 1 more, and now being a little bit more red. Not too much more red, but that's the problem in my opinion with scalping, is that a lot of times you're going for 1-to-1 risk to reward. You're risking 100 to make 100, risking 2 to make 2, etc. Good selling right there. But right now everything looks bearish according to quant data. This is the 0 line on our net drift. So the 0 line, right now there are more puts in the market than calls. Calls are down here. This is where we had that shift. 1002. 1002 on quant data called that shift right there. 1002. Now 1002 we obviously did already reverse, but it would have given us that confirmation that yes, we're still strong to the downside. So it's pretty cool. I'm making a video right now for you guys on these exact tools, the net flow and the net drift. It's going to be a really great video. I go over exactly what we're looking at on these charts, how you could use it, net flow volume versus net flow premium. Really great stuff. I like the net drift a bit more than the net flow. The net flow, it's okay. I can't really get the best read off of it in my opinion. But like net drift, we see buyers were stronger this morning up until 9:38. 9:38. So 9:38. Look at this. 9:38. This is the 9:35 candle. That's when the quant data showed a reversal in options. 9:38. Right here. So again, it's not calling the major top, but it's saying when, hey, you know what? These buyers, they're done. They're not holding anymore. They're out of their position. They're selling their calls. Everybody's starting to get out. You should look to get out too. Then what we could have done is we could have used this 30-minute area of interest, supply zone, whatever you want to call it, as an area to retest. So we swept the high, and if we missed the entry on the sweep of the high, we could have looked to enter here. The problem with entering here is it's sort of tough to gauge where you're putting your stop loss. So let's say we had our entry on the retest of this zone. We could maybe put our stop loss somewhere like up here and target the next fair value gap, this zone over here, wherever you're looking to target. But again, this is how we find those bigger trades, those longer trades, this one and done type trade, and that's what I usually like to look for, those one and done style trades. I'm thinking of taking an ES short here. Oh my god, I did it, filled me. I'm getting right out. That was that was insane. Alright, that's beautiful. Now we're green on the day. Dude, I've never taken a 1-second trade like that. That's wild. I hit sell, it sold me 54.78, and then it just instantly dropped 54.74. 4-point drop, real quick, $200, just like that. That was something. So back green on the day. I'm not upset. Could have been more green if we stuck with that first trade. But again, you just got to be patient, got to be diligent, and just got to fix it. Journal it, fix it. Be aware of it. We're our own teachers, right? Now, unless you have a trading coach or mentor, which I do recommend most of you should get. I know that's what sort of helped me push over to profitable. It's hard to teach yourself. It's hard to hold yourself accountable all the time. Even if you're not like what I'm doing here with the stream, I'm talking about my trades, I'm talking about what we're seeing in the market. Even if you did something like this and you were streaming to nobody, but you at least had that recording or had those recordings so you could go back on it, that would be something to hold yourself accountable and go back over and journal and do better with your trades. Look at the selling, man. Wow. You just shorted in demand. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, so I shorted ES on this drop. I shorted ES like right there. Let's see. This thing's just that's insane selling pressure. I wonder if quant data showed anything. We had a strong spike right here. 1024 quant data strong selling spike right there. 1024. Where were we at 1024? 1024 right here. Boom. Big volume spike that dropped us. Quant data dropped us. That could have been a confirmation to hold it for one more drop. So very cool stuff on that. Love quant data. Love bookmap. Over time, you guys are going to see me get a bit more acquaint with both tools. And we're going to have a great time, guys. I have a demand zone where you don't. It's probably why I gotcha. Make sure it's not an old demand zone. Sometimes we have older zones that could have been broken already. The 30-minute could have created an order block demand zone right here. So, guys, this is a great example of why I don't like order blocks and I like supply and demand more. This right here, this would have been a demand zone if this wick right here didn't break it. But according to ICT, this is an order block because it's still a red basing before we got the impulse move higher, break a structure, all that nonsense. This wouldn't be a demand zone for me. This following candle broke it. This impulse candle right here that shot right off the chart, it should not have broken the low over here. It should have maybe wicked to here and continued. But because it broke that low, that invalidates that zone in my opinion. Same with this 5-minute chart right here. We had an order block right here. And I think I tried a long position off that order block because of the optimal trade entry. Yeah, that definitely, for sure. For sure. Yeah, so I like another thing about supply and demand zones. And yo, look at this NQ short, right? We got out of that pretty early, so. But that's okay. That's okay. That's alright. That's alright. Where we at? 15-minute. And guys, the 15-minute on ES, look at this, is a 15-minute supply zone now. We broke this supply zone for a moment, reversed, gave us a nice strong drop, about 50 points on ES, wild move. And yeah, that was all off the 15. That's crazy. That's really crazy, to be honest. That started at what, 9:45? So what's the 9:45 candle looking like? This was the 9:45 candle. There was no divergence entry. Maybe was there a 1-minute fair value gap entry? No, you know what that entry would have been? This entry, that 15-minute entry, would have been the retest of this broken zone up here. And that right there, look at the 15-minute time frame. Tell me, at this point, if you were just looking at the 15-minute time frame, what direction would you go? What would you long? Would you go short? This is a clear indication, in my opinion. We have one wick off of this zone. We have another wick off of this zone. We just tried to break this zone and reversed. That tells me that sellers are trying to step in. Sellers are trying to hold this zone, look for a short, maybe even potential short to target new low of day. And that would have been, again, coulda, woulda, shoulda with our trades. That's why we have to journal. That's why we have to relook at our positions and look at what we missed to look what we could have hit. But again, if we let that play out, would have wicked and would have been a beautiful trade, a monster trade. Instead of chasing, we would have just been holding all day. And again, we have a demand zone underneath that would have potentially been a better target, a 15-minute demand zone. So that's something else, too, that I've been working on this past week, is getting back into the swing of things, of using supply and demand as areas of interest and as targets to my trades. Now, obviously, the beginning of the year, I was more set on supply and demand. There was very little ICT concepts being used. Maybe a fair value gap here and there. Maybe some divergence, because that's also just a smart money concept. However, supply and demand, I'm going to go back to the roots. Supply and demand is fantastic. We came right from this supply zone. We're going to go right down to this demand zone. Question is, what are we going to do at this demand zone? This is a 15-minute demand zone. I don't know if it's been used before. I'm going to check. I don't think it's been used before. It was made a long time ago. This demand zone was made August 14th. It was used once. It was used once that day. So that's still an area of interest. It's still an area to target. I would probably scalp this if we break this level. Look how close we're squeezing again. Yo, Marziti, killer. Killer. You still in here, Marziti? Ah, he left. He messaged me. He's got this strategy. I'm looking for sellers here. I'll try that short one more time. It's just very volatile. I might get out as soon as it drops. If it drops. It might not. Putting a buy stop at that old sell side liquidity. Oh yeah, we're running to it. Oh wait. Good iceberg right there. Ooh, nope. Bad iceberg right there. Should have called it when I said I wanted to call it. That's funny. That is funny, man. Taking a look at the 5. 5 is again clearly more bearish than anything. For value gaps on ES and NQ, 5 minute right there. It's like I want to grab these short again. It feels good for the shorts. But I also don't want to just keep jumping into trades trying to scalp it if it doesn't have the proper momentum. Nice. There we go. Give us that demand zone. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. It's okay. It's a-okay. What's Quanteta doing? Quanteta's still more bearish. No spikes, really. A little bit of a sell spike right there. So hopefully we can push through this. There we go. Come on. Drop it. Drop it. Oh, dude. Let's see. Drop right through that iceberg. Right through it, baby. There we go. There we go. Having trouble there, though. I'm going to get out at that iceberg. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Strong drop. Strong drop. I really want 50, 56. 56. All right. I'm out there. Impulse move. Getting out on the impulse move. Again, pushing it back green on the day. Now I have to be disciplined. Now I have to sit on my hands, not taking any more trades. Look at all these icebergs stacking up here. We're going to get some volatility. No more. That's it. And even though I ended green on the day, right? It's still a day that I'm saying, no, this wasn't a successful trading day in the sense of I barely followed rules. I was not too consistent, right? I was looking for bigger moves when I should have been looking for smaller moves, especially with the long positions, right? I should have taken for account that this week has been a bit more bearish for the most part, I believe. Thought we were bullish. The mornings lately have been a bit bullish, while the afternoons, right? See that? Wednesday morning, bullish, sold off around 11. This is Thursday, bullish, sold off around 10:30. This morning, bullish, sold off around 9:30. And there's that final target. There's that demand zone. So that again would have been a nice move. We saw the bears stepping in. Look at this right here. Look at that. The puts are finally back above that 0 line, which means even more bearish. We might have another leg down to go. Wow. And again, it's like, we look back at this and we say, well, we had all of these red 5-minute candles. All of them. Look how weak the market has been. That is crazy. Why wasn't I short here? Why wasn't I holding today? Blah, 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 blah. And I guess part of me, and this is something I have to change in my own trading, is that I'm looking for really tight trades on ES. I'm looking for a 2 point stop and a 10 point target. I'm looking for that because that gives me a good risk to reward 4 to 1, 5 to 1. And that's really great when it comes to trading. If I could risk 200 to make 800, or risk 2 even to make 6, or 2 to make 1,000, anything like that is more in your favor than anything like risking 2 to make 2, right? So I guess, but what I have to realize too and take account is that, hey, listen, this supply zone up here, if we did reject that, if this, then this, right? That's how we have to create our trade plans. If we react off of this zone, I want to target this zone. So if we reacted off this supply zone, I would want to target maybe the next low. And this is still a 4 to 1. It might not be a 2 point stop loss, it's a 12 point stop loss, but this is a 50 point target. So it's still making it a 4 to 1 risk to reward. We would just maybe have to size a bit lighter because the stop loss is so wide. But it would still be, this 4 to 1 risk to reward is no different than if I took a 4 to 1 that looks like this, risking 3 to make 15. The reason those would give me the same profit is because I should be risking the same amount. I should be, this trade right here with this stop loss, I should really only be risking 200 if that's my risk. And this trade right here with this tight stop loss, I should also be risking 200, and I might be able to add more contracts because the stop loss is so tight. So these trades are identical in the sense that they're going to give you the same reward if you sized incorrectly. And I think a lot of traders forget about that and don't think about that. And they think, oh, well, 4 to 1, you need a big trade, but not really. You get a tight entry. You could look for a small little scalp with a tight entry. Sometimes that makes it a bit more difficult, that's for sure. But what I want to see how ES reacted at 9, what was that, 35? 935. 935. Data aggregation machine, blah, 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 blah. 935. Here we go. So check this out. 935. Right up here. This was in supply. We had a strong buying pressure. But then what happened? We had strong icebergs that came in and swept us, and then we had strong selling pressure. Another very strong selling iceberg at 55.16. 55.16 is right here. 55.16, very strong selling pressure right here, and that's sort of where these candles were all basing out. So again, that would have been an interesting area to take a potential short to target the new low. We have to remember, as strong as we might seem, oh, we're trending, got to remember, when in doubt, zoom out. Look at those past few days. Been going lower. We're below previous day. But all in all, definitely a bit of a choppier day today. Glad we could close it out green, though. And, yeah. Just got to stay with it. Stay patient. Show up every day and make a difference. That's all we can do as traders. Yeah, closed green. Good stuff. Very small green. I'd probably consider this day break even. Look at the tightness that the market is creating right now. YouTube guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Seven winners, 4 losers, 42. Okay, nice. Great job. How are you guys doing today? You guys take any trades? YouTube, let me know what you guys are watching. Discord, YouTube, let me know if you guys are taking any trades right now. Let's play around with some stuff on Bookmap. I think Trader Map Pro. Trader Map Pro. Custom name, big orders. Add, filter, bot remover? The hell's a bot remover? Data information, average order size. What's that do? I'll get into this. Keep orders. I don't know why. Canceled book? No. It's not really doing anything. Average average order size mode. I don't. What's that doing? Let's see, does it change anything on here? Instrument, big orders at TM Pro is not supported by the Stops and Icebergs add-on. Oh, that's okay, that's fine, whatever. This is interesting. Execute. If the total size of 3 price levels at my order side is more than 200% of the opposite side, move my order one tick before the best. That's interesting. What's escape? If my limit order is within blank price levels of the best price, best bid for a buy, best ask for a sell, and the total size of blank price level at my... This is interesting, man. And then there's chase, too. Keep my limit order at a distance no larger than 3. And I'm pretty sure that just... I don't know if it chases the market like it says it does, or what, but I almost want to go short again. Wow. These sellers are crazy. I really want to go short again. VIX is pushing higher. I just now would be going long in demand. Now would be going short in demand, and I just don't trust it. Unfortunately, we missed our big trade today. Our big trade today would have been shorting these supply zones. I'm going to be journaling. I'm going to be editing, changing up my style a bit. Again, we'll be focusing more on the supply and demand zones because they hit a lot stronger than any ICT nonsense zones. ICT zones are great to find liquidity in the market, but that's about it. That's something. Wow. No, yeah, just make your way lower. Just go down a few flights. That's fine. Just jump off the staircase. ES and NQ. That's cool. NQ dropped over 300 points today so far. Almost 400 points from those highs. That's insane. And I guess, in a sense, NQ had the divergence. We probably would have been able to find NQ shorts because of the divergence, because of the supply rejection, because of all that blah, 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 blah. Question again remains, where are we taking those shorts? It doesn't really give us the cleanest of entries here. So when in doubt, we'll zoom out. And I suppose there's a fair value gap right here on the 5-minute from yesterday that was unused. So again, an area of liquidity. Not something I essentially look for quite often, but I will look for a fair value gap from a recent day if there are no supply or demand zones nearby. So again, just, a little bit of a journal for myself. Keep an eye on that. Look for no previous days areas of interest. I'll make a checklist, guys. If you guys want, I can make a checklist and I'll make a PDF or something for you guys. So every morning, if you guys want, you could print it out, you could look at it on your phone, and then you could give yourself a little bit of a list, which would be the checklist, and say, okay, what direction is the market moving on the higher time frame? What direction? Yeah? Alright, cool. Give me, I'm gonna make not a mental note, I'm gonna take a real note of that, or I'll forget. But this weekend, I'm gonna be working on the quant data videos, because quant data is pretty awesome. And if I could start getting the hang of using quant data along with bookmap, Then guys, there should really be, I don't want to say no reason to not be in the right direction every day, but these two tools, usually just one of the tools alone, will help you tremendously in direction. So being able to view the options market and the strength and volume and premium in the options market, along with the volume in the futures market while trading ESNQ, is so tremendous. So keep an eye out for those quantitative videos. Probably have one out. It's today Friday. Probably have one out Saturday, Sunday, maybe. Saturday, Sunday. Oh, my Siri picked that up. That's funny. Alright, guys, I'm going to wrap this stream up pretty shortly because I do have some things to take care of today, some meetings and such. Bears still look good to continue. We have a pretty heavy level, 54, 23, 50. I call this a ghost level because we could see the level there on heat map. It's just not that out of the ordinary. It's just heavier than everything else. And if we look up, we don't really have that many levels to the upside. So just a matter of being patient. Look at those icebergs, a lot of selling pressure this whole move down. If we zoom out on our chart, we go to maybe like an hourly. Wow. Looking back at the past hour of the market right there. Look at that, selling, 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 absorption, selling, absorption, absorption, selling, selling. And if we look right before that, when we were bullish, right? When we were trying to climb bullish, oh my god. Get all the absorption up there. That's insane. But look at the absorption coming into this area of resistance. This is all sellers trying to hold it down. Seller, 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 seller. Strong selling, absorption, selling, selling, selling. Then boom, what do we get? We finally got that rejection. So again, using all these different tools together, really quite fantastic. Just a matter of being able to come up with a pre-market plan before even using any of these tools. Find our zones beforehand, and then using these tools along with our zones, right? So it's really a matter of combination of everything. Of what is our risk per trade, what is my area that I want to enter or exit, whatever it is. But there's a lot of moving pieces when it comes to trading and when it comes to trading consistently that we have to keep up with if we want that consistency. We have to be married to our strategy and we have to be married to our trading. And when I say that, I don't mean you can't do anything else out of trading, like, oh, well, trading is life, that's it. No, enjoy life. You gotta have a life outside of trading. That way, trading doesn't become such a mind number. It doesn't become so difficult on the mind, so hard on the mind. So again, great stuff today. Definitely interesting stuff. I want to look at... I wanted to see... I'll probably get into this heat map down here. This is the options heat map. But the thing with that is it's SPY prices, and we don't really know SPY prices with ES until we pull up SPY along with everything. So with all that being said, we'll use the net flow, net drift. I got that video coming out this weekend. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on that video. And yeah. Appreciate you all for tuning in today. I hope you guys were able to capitalize on some of that move. It was definitely it was a weird move down because we had this leg right here. I'd consider this a leg, and then from 10 to 10:15, it just sort of chopped around, but it's trying to make its way lower. But when it was chopping around on ES, look at where the NQ was. NQ was chopping around at demand. So any leftover buyers were trying to hold us there, were trying to stall us. But we saw on the 5-minute we got weak. This is where we initially got a short position on NQ that we could have again held for, oh my god, 200 points. Try to sleep tonight. But it's again just a matter of knowing the zones, waiting for a reaction, and executing appropriately to said reaction. Alright guys, if you guys got any questions, definitely hit me up You guys can check me out. Instagram is kevin.futures. Check us out on Instagram for Bullish Bears for some memes, trade reviews, and all that other fun stuff. TikTok, check us out, Bullish Bears Trading. Join our Facebook group. Hit that like button on YouTube. Yes, I do private coaching, so you could always message me on that as well. But always feel free, YouTube, to join our community. Discord, I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic day and have a great weekend. Absolutely.